A look is what it's all about, what you see, what you feel. This is me signing the final diagram and the layout for the quilt pattern that got to be the whole look of the games for the Olympics. Next. This is the pattern being put into a quilt form. Next. This is the top of the Centennial Towers at Centennial Park. We carefully designed this so that this element, or the elements of those towers, would symbolize the spirit of people. The lighting within the tower, we designed how the lights shine, they flicker. When you walk around there, if you notice it, don't those towers just sort of flicker? If you've noticed it. If you haven't noticed it, go down there this evening and check them out. But they have a sparkle to them. They have a glow that's totally different than any other of the surfaces around there. Next. And the reason why is they're making these elements right here that now have become the symbol for the city of Atlanta. Again, architecture and art being integrated together. Next. This is one of my paintings here that one thing that architecture is, and it starts as a free form, but then it gets more rigid as it goes along. Why does it get rigid? Because you have the code people. You have all these rules, you have all these regulations, you can't do this, you can't do that. You got the owner telling you can't do this, you can't do that, we don't have the money for this, you don't have the money for that. Then you do your drawings, the contractor says you left out this, you left out that. And then you get into the construction process, and then everybody's fighting and hollering and everything else like that. So painting is the opposite of that. Painting says you can do anything you want to do, and nobody can tell you a damn thing. So that's why I like painting. So next. This is my house. I live on 10 acres of land, and this is where I am more free to be free sort of wielding in my mind. So once I leave my business environment and the contractors and all the problems, I come to my house. When I get there, it's all about letting my mind just sort of float and go where it wants to go. So here I have my studio here and that sort of thing. So when I get out here is when I start creating my paintings. And that's important to me. So how we combine painting into architecture, I say that painting is a sort of a freedom from architecture. But also it helps you to understand architecture a lot more. It gives you a sense of balance. When you do a painting, you have to do it in balance, and you have to worry about color and all this sort of stuff. Next. But this house is sitting in the forest, and I have the forest. I have spotlights on the forest. I light up the outside so the inside can be dimly lit, and then I have art all within inside of the house itself. And why do I do that? I do that because I want to inspire myself. Next. Next. I have a fish pond, koi. And so this was one of my sketches of the fish pond and the koi in the fish pond. I don't know how I got involved with these kois, but I love these koi. I have to feed them every day. You got to worry about the pumps. You got to do all that. But I will go down and maybe grab a canvas, and this might be done within 2 hours. Just a fast sketch. Next. I like jazz. In fact, I'm going to turn it up a little bit. When I go down to paint, I'll be listening to something like this. John Coltrane. John Coltrane is improvisational. It's not planned. You listen to those notes, they're just happening whenever it happens. I mean, and then people are feeding in and out, saxophone and everything. The same thing in my painting. When I get to start painting, my mind starts going. And then the line work, I just start sketching, and this and whatever comes out, comes out. Next. I did this of a sketch of a lady that I noticed her because she had these gigantic gold earrings. She had a beautiful complexion, dark skin. She has some wonderful lips, red lips and big eyes. And I went down, this painting is about 3 feet by about 7 feet. But I'll do this, a painting like this is done in maybe 3 hours. Just, it just happens. I don't know what happened, this way it goes. Next. This is a painting I did in '78. I call it Old Time Religion. How I got that name, I don't know. But again, a painting should be balanced. It should be